What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here. On the in-game return to Master Duel, it's been a fantastic return so far, and I wanted to say thank you all for the subscribers and keeping everybody up to speed on the content and so forth. Now, to talk about what goes on throughout the personal journey within the birth month of May. Obviously, turning 31 on the 12th, to be specific, it was absolutely fun and fantastic for starters. And to occupy some time throughout the course of the beginning of summer season, obviously, season 42 just kicked in. And if you guys tuned in from that last live duel where I had to do some training grounds, this is what today's season is going to be. Nothing but training grounds to make sure that everything gets rewarded in terms of the campaign code comes up. And on top of that, if we are able to make this deck flowing and going strong, then it gets going. Most cases about the season 42 deck challenge, White Forest Allure Queen. It is the way to go. As you guys noticed it from the post, it's go time. And of course, in every beginning of the season, not counting the debut live duel on a return, it's time for some archetype archive, specifically on Allure Queens. Now, when it comes to this hand, to be specific, absolutely fantastic. So, to start off fresh, when it comes to Allure Queens, you have 5 main deck monsters, 4 of which are Allure Queens, one of them are Queen's Bodyguard, and then you have 2 spells, and then the Allure Queen Link monster. Now, to go for the rundown on the old school and the new school stuff. Queen's Bodyguard, level 4, Earth Warrior, Rota target, 1700 attack, 1200 defense. Allure Queen monsters on your side of the field cannot be selected as an attack target. PSCT moment about the word selected, meaning target. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, the 3 Allure Queen level monsters. Level 3, 500 both ways. Level 5, 1000 both ways. Level 7, 1500 both ways. All 3 of them are dark spellcasters, and they somewhat share the similar effects in terms of leveling up. So back in the day, when it comes to Allure Queen monsters, it usually takes 2 turns to have one of the smaller queens become the level up queens, and then you keep on leveling up as you progress way back when without the new support and so forth. So, story time on the Allure Queens. Allure Queen level 3 simply takes 1 level 3 or lower monster your opponent controls in terms of targeting one, hook it up as an equip spell. Same thing for level 5, only if you special summon this card off from level 3, she targets level 5 or lower. And then level 7 here, if you happen to special this card off from level 5, level 7 targets literally any monster regardless. All of them have the ability to hook themselves up as an equip spell, max of 1. If this card were to be killed by battle, send that equipped card to the graveyard instead. The equip spell, basically. In other words, that is your saving grace, and then level 3 as well as level 5. During your standby phase, most cases it takes you 2 turns later, you can send this equipped card with a monster offering its effect to the graveyard to special 1 level 5 from hand or deck according to level 3, and level 5 specials you level 7 from hand or deck off from the equipping effect. Now, when it comes to Allure Queens way back when, without the actual support, it became way too unplayable and it's literally too slow to keep up. With the help of the new support, it makes Allure Queens become game changer to the spellcaster function in terms of 1500 or less attack. So starting off fresh with the Chaos Allure Queen, who has the exact same stats and description as Allure Queen level 7, but instead of a dark, she's a light. You can discard one other light or dark monster, special this card from your hand. You can target one monster in either graveyard, hook it up to it as an equipped spell, and if you do, this card's name becomes that until the end phase. Then, if you hook her up with the light or dark monster from this effect, she lets you special summon one dark Allure Queen monster from deck or graveyard regardless of level, which is crazy. And then each effect of Chaos Allure Queen once per turn. Allure Dance, continuous spell, hard activation once per turn. And then upon activation, it is your Searcher of Allure Queen monster or Allure Palace from deck to hand. So this is your tanky for Allure Queen, regardless of level, or terraforming for Allure Palace. Each Allure Queen monster you control gains attack equal to the attack of the monsters equipped to it by its effect. So basically, stat boost, which is nice. You can send one other spell trap you control to the graveyard that you control, yes, to special summon as many Allure Queen monsters with different names as possible from your graveyard. Hard once on the soul charge effect of Allure Queens. Allure Palace being the field spell. Spellcaster monsters you control gain 500 stats, which is nice. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, either add or special one Allure Queen monster to your opponent's field. You can only do this not once, not twice, but 3 times in the same turn. Either search you for an Allure Queen or tells you one to the opponent's field specifically. Allure Queen effect monsters you control that are hooked up gains this supernatural effect. You can send this card equipped with a card's more than one by its own effect to the graveyard. Special one spellcaster monster, doesn't gotta be Allure Queens, within 1500 or less attack from your hand or deck. Given the fact that these two spells are basically custom cards, this basically says Allure Queens are about to be in a nutshell. Golden Allure Queen. Dark Spellcaster, lane 3, 2500 attack. Nightmare Unicorn arrows, middle left, middle right, bottom middle. First chance she gets Link Shoken, she lets you special one Allure Queen from your deck or graveyard. And if you do, she gains 1500 attack until the end of the next turn. You can activate the effects of your monsters with Allure Queen in their original names that equips monsters to themselves as quick effects. Essentially, this is orchestrated Babel / relinquish if these two had a baby together. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, You can does not target, kill one card anywhere on the field. Also, Allure Queen monsters you control cannot be killed by card effects this turn. And when it comes to Golden Allure Queen, by the way, she takes 3 spellcaster monsters in general to make her. And with that being said, that's literally every Allure Queen card with the Queen's Bodyguard covered. So with that being said, let us get into the show. Allure Dance getting level 3. Allure Palace. Chaos Queen discard level 3. Special. Chaos Queen hook up to level 3. Special level 3. Chaos Queen. Get this. Original attack of 1500. Special summon Sylvie of the White Forest. Sylvie for Azamina Apes. LZ Azamina. Free special. Synchro into Ursula. Ursula. Send the Apes. LZ Azamina for Susurus. Getting the OG LZ. Azamina Apes. Reset button. OG LZ. Send the Susurus. Search Rusia. Susurus. Reset button. Rusia. Free special. Rusia send Palace. Funny. We drew into Palace. The return of Diabelle, Queen of the White Forest. Awesome summoning animation, by the way. Generic 8, who is a light illusion synchro. 2500 attack, 2000 defense. First chance she gets synchro shoken using a tuner synchro. You can target one spell trap in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. When your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can send one spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special 1 level 7 or lower, tuner synchro from your extra deck, graveyard, or banished. Each effect once per turn. Diabelle for Allure Palace. Activated again. Palace discarded its copy. Level 3 to the opponent's field. Level 3 hooked up. Level 3 for level 5. 3 monsters, including a spellcaster. Technically 2 plus, including a spellcaster. For Celine. Celine, bring back Rusia. Rusia for Artemis. The return of Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax. Link for Light Cyber's Link. 2 plus monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. As for the arrows, middle left, middle right, bottom left, bottom right. While this Link summon card is on the field, your opponent cannot target this card within card effects. Also, their monsters cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. Once per battle, during damage calc, if he happens to battle a special summon monster as a quick effect, you can make this card gain that much attack equal to that opponent's monster attack during that damage calc only. And if for some reason Avramax gets outed, as in this Link summon card you control gets sent to the graveyard just because of an opponent's card, you can does not target, shuffle one card anywhere on the field into the deck. Dance, send to Palace. Soul Charge, Chaos, level 5 and level 3. The return of Chaos Angel. Level 10, Dark Fiend Synchro. 3500 attack, 2800 defense. 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner, light or dark monsters. For this card's Synchro Shoken, you can treat 1 light or dark monster as a tuner. Basic. First chance, it gets special summoned. Doesn't matter how it's special summoned. You can target 1 card anywhere on the field, banish it. And then based off from the attribute you used, Chaos Angel gains these supernatural effects. Lights, synchro monsters you control are unaffected by monster effects activated by your opponent. And if you happen to use darks, monsters you control cannot be killed by battle. So in this position of the fantastic board, as Amina Apes, you got 1, 2, 3 synchros that are in any combinations of Fiend, Illusion, and or Spellcasters. So that's up to 3 bounces. Chaos Angel protects your monsters from being unaffected by monster effects activated, and they can't be killed by battle. Susurrus to target the level 5, bring back either Diabell to make sure the secondary effect about bringing out another level 7 or lower tuner synchro from extra deck, graveyard, or banish, or special the Rusia or Ursula for the sake of send 1 spell trap just to get you another surge of a light spellcaster. And then you also got Diabell's interrupting effect for the sake of either Silvera to Boogie Eclipse or even Zapper Shrimp. Zapper Shrimp is one of the honorary cards I decided to put in for White Forest because Zapper Shrimp used to be Formula Synchron from my extra deck. So when it comes to Zapper Shrimp, level 2, Light Fish Synchro Tuner, 1000 attack, 1200 defense. First chance it's special summon, doesn't matter how it's special summon, you can send 1 other card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target 1 spell trap your opponent controls, kill it. Hard once on the spot removal. And just like literally every single synchro tuner, if not all of them, once per chain during your opponent's main, quick synchro summon. Resonator Call for creation. Now that we know we're up against red dragons, Susurrus on level 5, Resonator Command, discard the red for Bone Archfiend, Susurrus for Diabell, Resonator Call, getting Synchron Resonator, Crimson Gaia, Diabell, sending Duster, Duster does nothing, Zapper Shrimp, Zapper Shrimp, send a level 5 to kill the Gaia, Bone, discard the, or send the Crimson to summon itself, and then Bone, Archfiend, toss out the red to level modify, and then Synchron Resonator. Let's see if a synchro, if a synchro monster is on the field, I legit cannot speak for the life of me. It's been way too long. If a synchro monster is anywhere on the field, doesn't got to be yours, by the way, free special from the hand, which is absolute nuts. Real normal creation. The original Red Dragon Archfiend. That's a nice animation out of Fiend Smith in terms of the engraver to Desiree. Nice, nice. And then when it comes to Red Dragon Archfiend, shout outs to Jack Atlas. If you know, you know. Synchro into Hot Red Abyss. Self-explanatory on Hot Red Abyss because I used to play the card in Amazoness, but to the new folks out there, level 9, Dark Dragon Synchro, that takes 1 tuner along with 1 non-tuner, Dark Dragon Synchro. Each of the following effects of Hot Red Abyss once. When this card does battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 tuner of any kind in your graveyard, especially in defense. And then, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Synchron for creation. Special Creation, Hot Red, Target Dance, Azamina Apes, Dance, Shrimp, and Creation to return all three. Avramax, gain that Munch attack, Hot Red Abyss goes. And that does it for the showcase of the debut of Allure Queens and the return of White Forest patching up together, as in the whole entire unity of the deck. So guys, that's going to do it on the showcase. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Also, if I recall correctly, whether if I have leftover campaign codes to deal with or not, if for some reason, if there's still campaign code is going on in terms of missing items, be sure to use it in my description below, or in the description below, I should say, so that way we can gather the leftover prizes if possible. Catch you guys next time.